To have Felix Grolman of Grundgrün. Welcome back to Ecosummit.
Hi. Hello.
Famous
Thank you.
startup based in Berlin.
Excellent. Thank you very much. My name is Felix. I'm CEO of Grundgrün Energie, a startup company or an energy utility 4.0 here in Berlin. Thank you very much, Jan, for giving us the opportunity to present here again in front of you at this great event. And thank you, Michael, actually, for setting the stage very nicely about sort of where we see energy transformation will go. I think NBW is doing a tremendous job there preparing for all these challenges. What we've been doing over the last 3 or 4 years here in Berlin is building up a company that sort of already works in this space and has already been in this space for all since inception and has this sort of new ideas in its DNA. And what I want to do today is talk to you a little bit about what Grundgrün and what Grundgrün is, and then tell you about our vision, what an energy utility 4.0 is, and how we are taking this to the next level and providing a new service for the energy industry, which takes renewable generation, intermittent energy production, and decentralized production all in there. So what is Grundgrün? We've been in the market since 2011. My co-CEO and founder, Eberhard Holstein, has set up the company about 4 years ago now. We started with direct marketing of wind and solar energy, taking the production from these power plants, bringing them to the energy exchanges, and thus sort of managing the volatility and the flexibility in that production. Then we've built out across sort of all sorts of other spectrums of the energy services industry. We're supplying household customers and doing all of these things, basically doing whatever a large energy utility is doing, but doing that asset light. So we don't want to own any power plants. We just want to provide the services around that. So I think last year when I was standing here, I was talking about sort of turning E on into E off, or sort of managing some sort of change in that market. And now we've already seen what has happened. I mean, E.ON has split. They have sort of segregated their production portfolio from their services portfolio. And this is basically what we have been facilitating and what we have built our business on for the last 3-4 years. You see in the numbers here that we have increased quite significantly in staff numbers, but much more so in revenues. So taken from Jan's presentation, the growing faster has always been at the core of what we've been trying to do, because we do believe that this market is a transforming market, even a disrupting market, and we need to sort of move in that fast. Our core competencies, what we're doing, we're about 60 people here in Berlin now, lots of them long-standing experts in the energy industry, complemented with people who have nothing to do with energy, who can just bring fresh thinking in it, be it metrologists, be it telecom managers, be it people who are just familiar with other digital industries, and bringing that all together, and running now our business areas through the direct marketing, through sales of energy, and through services in the energy market, but a bit more to that later. So what is an energy utility 4.0? What does this actually mean? I mean, we obviously borrowed the terminology from Industry 4.0 and just thinking about how can we let different components of one process work together without having to steer it actively. So how to make process elements talk to each other immediately. That is very important in the energy industry, because we had in the old days we had few hundred power plants in Germany who would supply all of Germany with its energy. Already now we have hundreds of thousands of power plants. All these wind power plants, every solar installation on a rooftop is an own power plant, it's an own power station that needs to be managed and it needs to be integrated into a system. So this is a huge challenge, and this is sort of a very different attitude, a bit like what Michael was saying. It's more about the platform approach, about the thing in the middle that we need to focus on, instead of just bringing power from A to B in a closed circuit system. So this platform is what we've been building and what we are still building at the moment. One of the things that is sort of changing very significantly, if you think about an energy utility in this 4.0 and this digitalization scenario, is that you don't deliver power from A to B anymore. What you do is you just have metering points. You just have different points of production, and consumption, and they don't really differ anymore. It doesn't matter if a solar power plant is producing power or drawing power. It doesn't. There's going to be lots of prosumers in the market. There will be people who like these rooftop PV things. You have solar installations on rooftops. You have a production facility underneath. It doesn't matter if power is delivered or taken into our system. What really matters is to predict how much power will be taken into the system. And that's what we do with our metrologists and our analysis. And you need to link all these things together on a platform approach. Platform meaning the sort of original meaning of it, that you provide different market participants with a standardized access to kind of have their services exchanged and to have that all managed. And this is what we are doing with our virtual power plant, this is what we're doing with our trading floor, and we are striving to have similar interfaces, or even exactly the same interfaces for all these different groups that you're seeing here, to be able to connect this. So we work with e-mobility, with batteries, with controllable loads, with all sorts of customers. So I was thinking to make this a bit more illustrative, just to give you a couple of examples what we're doing here. So, for example, what we're doing here is we have a brewery in Berlin, a craft brewery, which is not very far from here, actually, where we are today. And in a brewery, I don't know how familiar you guys are with this business, but they need to brew beer, and they need lots of power to do this because they need to heat up all these appliances that they have. So, but they can sort of choose a little bit when they do this. So what they have started doing now is that they have found out that power is really cheap when it's a Sunday and there's lots of wind. So they now look at the weather forecast, they look at the week schedule, and they actually have a power product that we sell to them where they get exactly the same price that we have to pay for the power on the energy exchange. So we just route that through one-to-one. So in a way, what we're doing here, it's like a demand response management system, which always sounds very, very sophisticated and sort of complicated, but it's very easy because the only thing they need to do is to have a price incentive to act. So they do that. And our systems allow it to be automatically and real-time built, so they know exactly what the power costs at what time, and then they can take these informed decisions. Of course, it's just a small example, but it sort of is one seed where you can start with these kind of things. Second thing we're going to hear later from Ubitricity, another very successful startup from Berlin who's going to be presenting here as well. And we are working together with them. They talk more about what they're actually doing, but what we are providing there, or what we're working together on, is having the backbone, the sort of billing solutions to be able to have individual power taken from any source with a little device that they're producing, and we can actually bill that, and we can manage that back and forth. And that is something that's quite crucial, because we're going to be more mobile, even more decentralized, and we are already set up to do exactly that. And then the last thing was a company called Sun Farming that we're cooperating with very closely as well. And there we do something that we call a co-branding approach. So what we've done within a couple of weeks, actually, we've set up a whole power product for them, so they can now sell energy power under their own name. And it's very interesting for them because they are a company who's providing one-stop shop solar installations. And obviously for them, it's very, very interesting to sell power together with their solar installations, because that just provides them with an extra USP. And for us, it's very interesting because we get access to both production and consumption facilities. And we can set these kind of things up very, very fast and very efficiently. So in the end, what do we want here today? First of all, it's always a pleasure to be here, to talk to you, and to get a lot of input. And at the same time, what we find really interesting is to drive this transforming market forward as fast as possible, and we'd like to do that with partners. And we can provide a whole range of solutions. I think everyone in this room has a power bill, be it for his company or be it for his private consumption. We can obviously help with that. We sell energy, we sell power, but we can do everything in a much more sophisticated way as well, by being able to give flexibility, by being able to price flexibility, and helping you with whatever new you want to do in the power markets. So today I'm going to be here all day today, and tomorrow a little bit as well. Hauke Fischbeck, who runs the corporate business development practice at Grundgrün, is here as well. So please feel free to come to us. Let's discuss and let's chat and let's see how we can bring the Energiewende even further, and how we can transform that area of business together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Felix. I have a question for you. Are you currently fundraising?
We are in some sort of processes where we sort of look around, and we are probably open for ideas, but we are pretty far.
You're far in closing the round, but you're still open for ideas.
I'm always open for ideas. Would be stupid
that sounds really interesting, I tell
but,
you.
But we are at the moment pretty far.
It makes people even more interested.
Does it? Excellent.
Okay, thank you very much. All your questions in the networking, because we continue with the program in order to give you coffee on time.